You may enter. His lordship is expecting you.
So, you're messengers from Rattay, huh? I was wondering when someone would turn up. All right, then. Let's hear it.
My respects, Sir Otto. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and this is Henry of Skalitz, my escort.
Welcome to Trotsky, gentlemen. I'd greet you standing up as befits, but I'm glad I can even sit at the moment.
I heard you were ambushed by outlaws.
You heard right. Those bastards did a job on me. And I got out luckier than most. Almost all the others were killed, including my page and my surgeon. So there is no one here to heal me, and I will have to inform poor Albert's father that his son died in my service.
I hope your health will soon be restored, sir.
We shall see. But now, you tell me what happened here in Herrgottsnamen. Why did my chamberlain try to hang you, Lord Capon?
In truth, the welcome we got from your Master Chamberlain was somewhat... how shall I put it?
Sir, we came to your castle in a state of desperation. Your chamberlain had the guards empty excrement on my lord's head and beat him without hearing us out. You were still at the castle then, and if he'd let us see you, maybe you wouldn't have left and wouldn't have been ambushed. And if that wasn't enough, when he had Sir Hans arrested, he refused to believe who he was, even though not only I told him, but your Captain Thomas too.
I must say you have courage, youngster. But I expect I would also be in such a foul mood if the same had happened to me.
Sir!
Best be quiet, Ulrich. We will talk about that another time. And I apologize to you for that unpleasantness. At least it ended better than it might have. Anyway, let us leave this misunderstanding aside and get to the point. As far as I'm aware, Rattay showed no interest in negotiations before, either with me or with the League of Lords.
True. Our houses have thus far stood on opposite sides.
I should say so. Attacking Brno and Jihlava together with that renegade Sokol of Lemberg hardly inspired our sympathy. But let us leave that aside. Tell me, what does Sir Hanush have on his mind? I am all ears.
Unfortunately, during the ambush, we lost the letter we were carrying, so you'll have to make do with my word of mouth.
All right. Go ahead and speak.
In brief, Sir Hanush, Sir Radzig, and other lords take the view that the situation has got out of control. And that's of no benefit to anyone in Bohemia, neither Wenceslas's supporters or the League of Lords. King Sigismund's actions will not lead to instilling greater order than under King Wenceslas. Quite the contrary.
Let us say that maybe. What arises from it?
Sir Hanush and the other lords on our side are interested in knowing what the stance of the League of Lords is at this moment, and whether they haven't perhaps reevaluated some things.
In other words, whether I might betray Sigismund.
I wouldn't be so bold as to suggest that, sir. We are merely interested in whether you would sit down at the negotiating table with us. It's necessary to discuss the future of the kingdom, whether it's to be a common one or not.
The future is still a long way off for me, Lord Capon. Nonetheless, Sir Hanush and Sir Radzik are right. There is disorder and anarchy in the land. Bandits riding roughshod all over. As we all know, to our cost.
We've had plenty of experience of that at home too, sir. Only a short time ago we had to deal with a similar band.
Then you will surely understand that before I begin debating who would be the better king, I must sweep my own doorstep. Only I'm damned if I know how to do that, since those bastards have wiped out half of my garrison, including my captain.
If I may be so bold, sir, you're not the only one. We also have a score to settle with them, so Henry and I will gladly help you.
Is that so? Now that is what I call the words of a knight, Sir Hans.
Right now, we've got a common enemy. So we have common interests, too.
So then, sir, may we be of assistance to you?
Indeed you may. Perhaps in the end we may really find some common ground. I need to muster sufficient reserves to deal with those outlaws once and for all. I'm summoning my vassals here to Trotsky. And since I don't have many men left to send as messengers, I will gladly accept your help.
Just say the word, sir. Where should we go?
You'll go to Nebakov, a small castle, or rather a fortress among the cliffs. The yeoman there, Jaromir Nebak, is an old hardhat and may not be very willing to fulfill his obligations. It would be useful if an eloquent noble like yourself visited him to explain him clearly why I need his whole garrison.
Who is this Lord Nebak?
The lord of a smaller house with not much in the way of estates, just a fortress and lands, but he also owns a mill that provides a significant part of his income. His children are grown up. His daughter married well, thanks to Sir Otto. His son is away from the domain, dealing with duties. Sir Otto helped him to acquire an official position. In short, the House of Nebak is more than beholden to Sir Otto for his magnanimous help and support.
Thank you, Ulrich. Nevertheless, I suspect Jaromir will not be keen to charge into battle. But that is of little consequence. He has a few good men who will be useful. That will do us. If he delivers, I will regard his obligation as fulfilled.
What should we do if he's unwilling to heed what we say?
His house has always been loyal to mine. And it has always been more than worth their while. So tell him that I would like it to remain so. I do not expect any great obstacles, but it would be wise to show Sir Jaromir respect by sending him someone of status. He will take his time over being persuaded, and then concur, as he always has done.
I'll get to him somehow, sir.
I expect nothing less from you.
Is that all, sir?
It's no simple task. Knowing Jaromir, if I sent a common messenger, he'd come back with a boot print on his backside. Dealing with the lower nobility can be tricky. They tend to be fixated on their own somewhat fragile status.
We'll take care of it, sir. Count on us.
All right. We'll head out as soon as possible. Let's not delay our diplomatic mission unnecessarily.
Very well. I think that is all for now. The Chamberlain will show you where you can put your heads down, and he will supply you with horses. And once we have resolved this little digression, we shall talk about your own mission.
Thank you, sir.
May I ask something, Sir Otto?
Oh. Ask away, young man.
When you were ambushed, did you see those bandits? Would you recognize any of them?
Henry, don't start with that again.
Why do you ask?
The thing is, when we were ambushed, I believe I saw among them one of the men we ran up against at home.
Oh. What did he look like? Do you know his name?
He's called Istvan Toth, a Hungarian noble. He wears black armor. A stocky fella, around 40.
I've already told you that's nonsense. How would he be here? You only saw him from a distance, from behind. You're imagining it.
And why does this Toth interest you, young man?
He was the leader of a band that made trouble for us in Sasau. And he has something that belongs to me.
Interesting. Interesting. But I must disappoint you. I saw no one of that description.
Thank you, sir. And sorry. I had to ask.
I understand. And now I shall entrust you to the care of Uri here. And I shall look forward to the good tidings you bring me from Nebakov. Go with God, gentlemen.
Thank you for everything, sir. The Lord be with you.
There will be time enough yet for social niceties. Now there are more practical matters to deal with. Sir Otto has generously agreed to accommodate Lord Capon in one of his chambers. And you, Henry, shall also be accommodated, as befits your station. There, your equipment shall also be returned to you, and you'll find your horse in the stable. Nevertheless, his lordship takes the view that, as a noble's escort, you should have a befitting mount. And therefore he has kindly decided that you may take one of our horses, if you so wish. Gentlemen, follow me. So, Sir Hans, allow me to...
Hold on, Sir Ulrich. If you think everything is settled between us, and we're going to act like nothing happened, then you're mistaken.
Sir?
You were going to have me executed a short while ago. I expect a proper apology.
Then please accept my apology once more, sir. But given the circumstances...
Given the circumstance? What circumstances?
Sir, poaching is a capital offence.
And are you the king? That you can hand down death sentences? No, you are not. What's more, you had plenty of reasons to realize it wasn't a good idea.
Sir, I could not have realized that.
You couldn't have realized. Yes, you could, but then you wouldn't have been able to play the Lord and stage private executions.
Sir, once more I apologize. And now, please allow me to show you to your quarters.
I wouldn't dream of inconveniencing you. I'll find my quarters by myself. Henry, once you're done with that annoying fool, get your horse and we'll meet at the gate.
Well, it seems Lord Capon will not be requiring my services anymore today.
I think you owe him a proper apology.
I think I've apologized more than enough, even though I had little reason not to regard him as a poacher. But still, I will try to rectify my error. Nevertheless, welcome to Trusky, the finest and biggest castle you shall ever see. Rumor has it that the castle was built on the jaws of hell, and that we're sometimes plagued by demons here. But don't believe a word of it. It's just idle talk to excuse the servants' laziness and incompetence. It's demanding enough keeping everything here running smoothly without any of that. It requires a man of exceptional qualities and talents. By the way, this place is a maze for strangers. It's very easy to get lost.
I'll give him a bit longer before I take him.
The jail cells are down there. But I believe you are already fairly well acquainted with that part of the castle, aren't you?
Unless you're planning to accommodate me in the dungeons, I'm not interested.
Be at ease, we're almost there.
You silly doggy.
Here it is. You'll find a bed inside, opposite the door, and a chest where we put your belongings. You'll find some new clothing there, a little gift from our gracious lord, to ensure you're not mistaken for a beggar again. Once you're settled in and properly dressed, stop by the stables. They're beyond the gate, down the path. Ask for Kabat. He was supposed to prepare a horse and tack for you, or tell him you'll keep your own if you insist. Then he'll give you proper tack at least, so you don't disgrace us.
Good. I don't think I could stomach much more of your company.
Likewise. So, you and I are finished, and I can finally attend to some proper work, so this castle doesn't fall on our heads.
Good doggy. Good boy.
Greetings. What brings you here so early in the morning?
I'm here for some horse tack. I hear you have something for me.
Well, fuck me blind. You got out of jail yesterday and today you've got a horse. Fuck, I wouldn't mind having your kind of luck. But you're fucking things up for me and making a mess. And I don't want to get a whipping on your account. I've got the tack ready, but I've been ordered to show you our herring first. You can take him, they said. So kindly take a look at him in the stable here and tell me if you want him or not. Oh well.
I took a look at herring.
And?
A nice animal, but I'll keep my own.
Never mind looking a gift horse in the mouth, you flat out refuse to accept one. You're lost though, pal. Actually, now we've got to know each other, I want to let you in on this little scheme. We could both get something out of it. But you'd have to keep it to yourself. What do you say? Can you keep your mouth shut when coin's at stake?
I can keep my mouth shut. You can count on it. What's this about coin then?
Look, it's easy as pie. You keep your horse, which you wanted to do anyway, but I'll say you took herring and then I'll sell him to someone. You'll do all right out of it. I'll pay you up front.
Hey, Kabat. That's not a bad plan. I'm in.
Grand. Here's your coin. I'll take care of the rest. Right, now we can get back to the reason you're here. You know how to ride and control a horse?
Ah, don't worry. I'm right at home with horses. I learned to ride with cumans on my tail, and arrows whistling past my head. A tough school it was.
Well, I'll be damned. I never heard such a thing before. But even an experienced horseman like you needs equipment, as you well know. You can tack him up yourself, right?
Sure. Thanks. Easy, good horse.
This ass.
I'm glad you're here. I needed to catch a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to here with that Chamberlain Stuffenberg, or whatever the bastard's name is.
Aye. Whenever I see him, I feel like giving him a smack in the mouth as well.
Or 5, which reminds me. Look, I know I behaved like an idiot, but
Nah, don't worry about it. It's water under the bridge.
I'm in your debt. Talking of debts, there's one more we need to settle. Both of us. That herb-woman, Bojena, really helped us after that ambush. If it hadn't been for her, we wouldn't have survived.
Aye. You're right.
I gave her my word, and the word of a noble must be kept, as we both know.
You're right. That's only proper.
Therefore, I entrust you with that, on behalf of both of us. Give her our sincerest thanks, along with this. That ought to repay our debt royally.
Your wish is my command, sir.
As soon as we get back from Nabokov. It's high time we set out so we can get back before nightfall. Carpe diem.
I'm ready.
Let's mount up then. It's nice to be out under the open sky. I was feeling really cramped in those gloomy corridors up there. But I can't deny this is a real fucking castle. I've never seen anything like it before. Perkstein is just a little fortress in comparison. Von Berghoff certainly knows how to make an impression.
That's true. Von Burgov must be loaded.
I expect the office of the Royal Chamberlain is a nice earner. Or maybe he shits gold ingots. Fuck. This place makes me feel queasy. Memento mori. I could have croaked here and gone off to join my old man in eternity. God rest his soul. And he'd ask me, "So, son, what great deeds have you achieved in life?" And I'd have to tell him, "Well, Pa, I fucked everything up royally, and then they hang me for poaching." Christ on a stick. I can't have that. When I go into the next life, I need to have something better to tell. A whole lot better.
Well, you'll be telling him how you put a stop to the war in the land, saved King Venceslas, and brought peace to the people.
That doesn't sound too shabby. Only, how to actually achieve it. Damn it. I need to get my mind on other things and get the feeling I'm living. Let's really spur these horses on, eh? What'd you say?
How can I refuse you anything?
There's a junction beyond Troskovitz with a roadside chapel. Whoever reaches it first wins. So, get ready. Forward!
Go! Go! Go!
Give it all you've got!
Quick! Go! Go! Ka! Quick! Ka! Quick! Whoa! Whoa!
Christ, yeah. Oh, I needed that. My head feels a lot clearer now.
I'm glad to hear it.
Thanks for riding with me, old pal. I'll even forgive you for having the audacity to beat me, blacksmith's boy. And I'll even reward you for your horsemanship. After all, the lords of Perkstein don't neglect their loyal subjects.
Thanks. Where did you get so much coin?
Where do you think? Lord von Berghoff gave it to me as a token of our good relations. So, we should put it to good use.
I agree.
So, what now, Hans?
Like I say, I can see everything clearer now. And the thing that's clearest to me is I won't be trifled with anymore. I'm the Lord of fucking Perkstein. Let everyone know who they have the honor of addressing.
I'm with you on that, noble sir.
Splendid. So, forward to Nabokov. The sooner we get that out of the way, the sooner we can finally start dealing with more important matters. Oh, dentes fortuna, you mat! We turn right here.
Your knowledge of these parts is impressive.
Don't worry. I spent some time in the local forest, so I know my way around. Soon the path will turn sharply and head down a steep hill. So be careful your horse doesn't stumble. And by the way, there won't be time for it now, but near Nabokov there's this nice marsh where wild boar go to wallow. A good spot. Tried and tested.
Have you forgotten your last encounter with a boar?
Don't be so discouraging. I've learned a thing or two since then, and I won't let any swine catch me off guard.
I'm glad you feel better.
So am I, my friend. So am I. We still have lots to do before we go back to Rattay. And I was afraid, you know, that I'd fuck it up. And I almost did, but I'm not afraid anymore. Now I see it as an opportunity and a challenge. Any old fool can manage simple tasks, but hard ones, they require a man like Sir Hans Capon of Leipa and Perkstein.
And Henry of Skalitz?
Aye, he faces the hardest tasks of all.
So, we're here. What now, Sir Hans?
Now, I expect someone will come to greet us. And hopefully not like they did in Trotsky.
Hey, so Yaromir don't receive visitors. You'll have to leave.
I beg your pardon. See to it that he receives me immediately.
Can't be done. Sorry about that.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Leipa, and I am here with a message from Lord von Berghoff. So get to it. And if you keep me waiting here much longer, you'll be sorry.
Please be patient for a while, sir.
My word. You got a sharp tongue sometimes.
But what if he won't receive us?
He will. Just wait and see.
Come along. Sir Yaromir will be here any moment.
See?
The Lord Jesus Christ be praised.
Forever and ever.
Please excuse our precautions, gentlemen. These are evil times. Well then, Yaromir of Nabokov, at your service. And whom do I have the honor of welcoming to my humble seat?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I am honored, Sir Yaromir. Sir Otto von Berghoff asked me to convey to you his cordial greetings, and to parley with you in the matter of the security of this domain.
Certainly, certainly. These are troubled times indeed. Please accept my hospitality, sir. You're surely thirsty after your journey, and you'll have greater comfort in the tower.
An excellent idea. If I may ask that our horses may not be neglected either.
Pelzel, you heard his lordship.
But I've already got 15 animals to deal with. Why doesn't Hurtle do it?
Hurtle has other duties. Stop griping and get to it.
15 horses! My word, sir. You must be doing all right for yourself.
Not entirely. But fortune smiled on me for once at least.
On me too, one could say. I suppose she's doing the rounds in these parts. So, tell me, sir, how did you achieve what you have?
Well, it's a long, complicated story. But I'm guessing von Berghoff didn't send you here to find out how well off I am. Or did he?
No, he didn't. I apologize, Sir Yaromir. So let's proceed to the real reason he sent us. Henry, be prepared. I won't keep Sir Yaramir very long.
Certainly.
Michael, you take Henry here under your wing and make sure he's well taken care of.
Certainly. Henry, eh? Michael's my name, and I welcome you to our little place. It's not the fanciest fortress ever, but you know, I like it here. It serves us well. How was your journey? All good?
Aye. Lovely country. A feast for the eyes.
Well, that's nice to hear, especially from someone from far-off parts. But I must say, my throat is dry. And maybe yours too, eh? Come along with me. We'll soon fix that. I'll make you feel at home and we can have a chat. As I said, the fortress may be small, but the work never stops. Right now, we're repairing the fortifications down there, so don't get under the lad's feet. But you can drop in on Pelzel and check how he's looking after your horses. We're rolling some dice, eh? We've got none of guesswork, so don't all be shy. Invite him to play if he finds himself at a loose end. At least he'll show you how your betters play.
Right you are, Michael. You can rely on me.
And you, Ertul, have you got shit for brains? You've got a guess, for fuck's sake.
I'm sorry, Michael. I didn't know.
Shut your gob and attend to your duties.
Right, I'm going.
So you've heard then. I hope you won't disappoint Svert and pass some time with him.
He won't get a game out of me.
Pity. There's nothing wrong with calling on Lady Luck now and then with a game of dice. His work has some polished badges. I'm sure he'd love to take a look at yours. You'll find him over there at the table. He's there pretty much all day. I'll keep telling him. Your arse will wear a hole down the ale one day, and you'll fall down in it. Dice and all. But now to the important business. There's a bite to eat on the table and something to wash it down with, so help yourself. And I'll be happy to chew the fat. I'm sure you've got loads of stories. Henry, a word with you.
I've got this pretty pilgrim's badge, if you ain't chicken.
I heard Lord von Berghoff himself sent you. So, what has he sent you with?
That's for their lordships to know. Not me.
Aye. No one tells us commoners anything. Typical lords. But you must have heard something. You know how it goes. You've got ears, ain't you?
Aye, I've got ears. But I don't crouch at keyholes.
All right, I don't mean to offend you. Tell me one thing, though. Why didn't von Berghoff send one of his own instead of some Lord of Pirkstein and his escort?
Well, I suppose he wanted to show respect to Lord Yaramir. So he didn't send just anyone.
Ah, the way of the nobles. Not something I know much about, but you do, it seems. So your master, Lord Capon of Pirkstein, is somehow significant.
One of the most significant in the Kingdom of Bohemia.
Well, you're lucky you're with him. Look who I'm serving. And you're his, what, page, servant?
His escort. I give advice when he asks for it. But mostly I take care of his security.
Fair enough. I get it. I used to travel with Lord Yaramir, but He barely travels these days, so I don't get out much.
Lord Capon is always getting up to something.
Well, I envy you a bit. But hey, we've had a nice chat. And since you're here, what would you say to a bit of a friendly duel? You've got time to kill, and me too. Let's do something to shorten it. We can do something dignified. We'll clash arms for the glory of our masters. You for yours, me for mine.
I accept your offer. I'd fight for Lord Capon any time and any place.
Then you're the right man in the right place. Get your kit ready, and we can get stuck in.
I don't want to pry, Michael, but Sir Yaramir said he had some luck with horses. That sounds interesting.
Nothing interesting about it. His lordship's affairs are a long story, and they're dull one at that.
Well, if there's one thing Lord Capon taught me, it's that noblemen's affairs are never dull.
If you insist, or you're in for a disappointment. There's nothing interesting about it. Sir Yaramir had these relatives, and they died, God rest their souls, and his lordship inherited some land, but they couldn't give it to him or something, so they gave him horses instead, to make up the amount owed. See? Complicated and dull, but all above board.
No, you were right. That's nobleman's business for you.
Just so.
Let's do it, Michael.
You don't have to ask twice. We've got some blunt old weapons for practice here, so we'll use them. We don't want to hack each other to pieces, do we?
That's sensible.
We'll do it in a little courtyard behind the gate. Tell me what weapon you want, and we'll get cracking.
Give me a longsword.
You must fancy yourself a master swordsman. I can't wait to see what you can do with it. Give me a moment. I'll put my gear on. Well then.
Fight for us, Michael.
Let him have it, Michael. Oh, right. A fight. Young, turned flowers.
Watch out.
Let's see what you're made of.
I can watch this all day.
For Lord Nabok!
Piece of shit!
Fight for us, Michael.
Jesus! I'm hit!
Michael is one of the best fighters.
Let's see what you're made of. Virgo sent us.
Fight for us, Michael.
You fight like an old hag!
Bastard!
Good to see you.
A good fight. An honourable.
Yeah, I'd say. I haven't had such a good stretch in a long time.
Lord Capon's honour has been defended.
Ha! That it has. Didn't expect you to take me down like that. All honour to you, Henry. Here you go. Something to remember Nabokov by on your journeys with Sir Capon. You won fair and square. If you're feeling a bit sore, go and see Clara. She'll be in that house beneath the smithy beyond the gate, I reckon. She'll be happy if you show her where it hurts. I might have said this already, but if you've got nothing on your plate, you can have a game of dice's work. Or try Pelzel in the stables. I'm sure he'd love to show you how we hold races to pass the time. And if you want to train some other battle skills, you can practice archery with Mark. I reckon you'll find him on the gate.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Greetings.
Well, I never. The great warrior himself has come to visit. I can't remember the last time anyone beat Michael. You didn't hold back.
Aye, but nor did he. That's why I'm here, actually. He knocked me about a bit. I was wondering if you'd take a look at my wounds, if you've got a moment.
That's what I'm here for. Show me, so I know if I need to apply ointment, stitches, or the saw.
Surely won't be all that bad.
Don't worry, Sir Knight. You'll live here in one piece. Well, I've done what I could. Better now?
Aye. Much better. Thanks a lot.
I'm glad. Will you tell me who you are?
Henry. Lord Capon's retainer. We're on a mission from Lord Bombergov.
Oh, I'm Clara. Nice to meet you, Sir Knight.
My sword is at your service, miss.
Blimey! No one's ever said anything like that to me before. But it's not your sword I need so much as your legs.
My legs?
I have to go and get fresh herbs for our sick folks. It's not far, but I'll be grateful for an escort and protector. And if you tell me about your chivalrous deeds, it'll shorten the time.
I'll be happy to. At least I'll get to explore the Nabokov surroundings.
The countryside's pretty round here, but it won't be a long walk. I'll just pick some herbs in the glade. Shall we go? Our little fortress doesn't impress you much, I suppose. You must be used to real castles. Actually, that's why I'm so pleased you're here. A bit of excitement at last. Tell me more about knights.
Excuse me.
Or better still, about yourself. Where have you been? What have you seen?
Now that you mention castles, I conquered one once. The enemy took it by a ruse, and we couldn't let that go unanswered. I found a great scholar and got him to build us a trebuchet. Then we bombarded the castle. But they didn't surrender. So brute force was required. Smash down the gate, ladders up to the ramparts, and so on.
Aye, when brains fall short, brawn has to step in. Tell me more, please.
Once, I was on the trail of this scoundrel, but the sly fox hid in the cloisters of Sasau Monastery. So I had to become a novice to track him down.
Good heavens! So you're actually a monk?
No. I entered the monastery under a false name, so I'd say I'm not a real monk.
That's good to know. Thank you for telling me your stories. It's nothing like my life. I just patch up the lads when they come back cut up and bruised, like last time. But I have other talents too. This really is a lovely spot. If it was up to me, I'd just lie down in the grass and take it easy. But I can't.
Why not?
I have to gather herbs to treat the wounded. When the ointments and concoctions run out, they reach for the liquor, and if his lordship found out I was dawdling, he'd have my guts for garters.
Does Sir Yaramir treat you badly?
Not at all. He's a good master, but strict, I can't lie. Still, now you're here, you can help me with those herbs. Then maybe we'll find a moment.
For dawdling? I can.
Maybe I'll tell you some stories in return.
I know quite a bit about herbs, I think. So just tell me what's wrong with your lads, and I'll come up with a remedy.
Really? So tell me how to treat fever, say, or shortness of breath.
In that case, you'll need sage and chamomile, maybe some poppy or marigold, am I right?
Aye, exactly right. I've got enough chamomile. It's the rest I need. Above all, the marigold. Since you know all about it, you'll be back in a jiffy, won't you? It all grows in the glade here, but sometimes it takes a while to find.
I think I'll manage. I've got everything.
Wonderful. Thanks a lot. You've really helped me out.
You promised you'd tell me something.
I will, don't worry. But first I want to show you something. Hurry.
Now tell me what's so important that you couldn't tell me back there in the glade.
I wanted to give you a riddle.
A riddle? Why?
You'll know soon enough. Now listen. I bloom in silence, a petal's grace, a delicate charm in a hidden place, a whispered scent, a subtle ploy. What am I, elusive and coy? Solve this riddle, unlock the joy.
The only petal I see here is called Clara.
The right answer. And now for your reward. I hope they didn't hear us in the fortress. People wouldn't half talk. If you're as good as that on the battlefield, may God have mercy on your enemies.
I'm not so considerate on the battlefield, because as a true knight, I must do everything I can for a damsel in distress.
You'll soon be a begging knight if you carry on like that.
What do you mean?
Well, I can grind the seeds and the like, but not every damsel in distress knows the recipe.
Should we stay a while longer?
No, up you get. I've got enough herbs and the sick are waiting. Pass me my clothes, please.
Sure. I should get dressed too.
Farewell for now, Henry, and thanks for your help.
Hey, sir, got a moment? I'm going into the woods to collect dead wood, if you know what I mean.
What? What are you on about?
Nothing, sir. Just saying I'm off to collect some kindling. I thought you might give me a hand. It's a good thing you're here, sir. You ain't local, are you? I've never seen you or the other gent who came with you.
That's right. We're not from round here. We came to see Sir Yaramir on Lord von Bergov's business.
That's just it. I ain't seen Sir Yaramir in ages. Them new men-at-arms are in charge now. They told us they're Sir Yaramir's friends guarding the fortress against the bandits in these parts. But there aren't half a lot of them, sir. Day and night they come and go, and there never was that many men-at-arms here, long as I can remember. Oh, shit. I think some guards are coming this way. They mustn't see me, otherwise I'll be for it. Mark my words, sir. Something ain't right here. Huh?
I heard something suspicious here. It would never have occurred to me that it was you, sir. You shouldn't be creeping through the undergrowth like that. Someone might mistake you for a hare and shoot you. And that would be most unfortunate.
I'm perfectly all right. And I don't like people creeping up on me. On your way.
You're an honored guest. You shouldn't be creeping through the undergrowth like some wild boar. All your needs will be taken care of in the fortress, as hospitality demands.
All right? Done.
Good afternoon.
It's nice to meet someone from the trade. I'm also a blacksmith.
Is that so? Good lord, I wouldn't have expected that. You must have had a slice of luck to be hanging out with nobles. Me and my brother wanted to get out of the smithing trade, but something always brought us back. I'm Steer. Pleased to meet you, sir.
Henry. How's trade? The plates here. Is that your work?
Well, I wish. If I could make stuff like that, me and my brother wouldn't be stuck here. We just keep it in good nick. Mend it when the lads get it beat up, which they do all the time.
Tell me about it. I've straightened bent nails and knives and saws till I couldn't see straight. Folks don't take care of things, and then they're surprised.
You took the words out of my mouth. Then it's work from dawn to dusk, day in, day out. And if you saw the work waiting for me down below and in the tower, no end to it.
Hold on. I'll go down there and help you out. The work will go faster with an extra pair of hands.
No, don't go anywhere. What I mean is, thanks for the offer. But we can't have a guest working here, can we? And besides, you get in the way down there. They're working on the fortifications. Better go and play dice with Twerk or something. Make the most of your free time till your lord gets back.
All right. Whatever you say. I just wanted to help.
Oh, I know you did. But I can manage by myself. Really. Let's leave it at that.
You said you have a brother.
Aye, they call him Bull. The poor bloke tries hard enough, but he ain't got the knack. So he just helps out where he can. Or he does any work that's needed. He's working below on the fortification repairs right now. He'd be better off learning a different trade. But times is hard. This way, at least we're together. That's the main thing. Have you got anyone next to you on life's journey?
The war took my parents. I was left alone.
Sacre. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know what I'd do if I lost my brother. He may be a bit... simple. But he's kith and kin. Oh well. At least you've got your lord, eh? What's he like, actually?
Brave and just. Everything a knight should be. Every day I learn something new in his service.
He's got you well trained.
And what's your lord like?
My lord doesn't like it when folks talk about him behind his back. Better leave it at that. I reckon it's time I got back to work. See you later.
Greetings, sir. You've come a long way to visit us, so I reckon we ought to show our hospitality properly. We could practice archery together. What do you say?
Sure. I'd love to.
I was hoping you'd say that. The targets are beneath the ramparts, so we'll shoot from the gallery. The rest is easy. I'll give you some arrows, you lean out from the battlements, and shoot at the target till you run out. The closer to the bullseye, the higher the score. And an extra 3 points to the one who shoots all his arrows first. And the one with the most points at the end wins. Stands to reason. If you beat me, I'll give you one of our best crossbows, so you don't badmouth us to his lordship.
Yeah, that sounds like a challenge. I accept.
Now, just tell me what you want to shoot with.
Let's take longbows.
But you ain't got one. Your lord ain't exactly kitted you out, I see. We've got more than enough, though. So I'll let you take one of our older ones. It's not like anyone will miss it.
That's generous of you. Thanks.
Ready? And we're off. That wasn't too bad. Well, it'll have to do. I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you. I'm all thumbs today. Another notch on the quiver. You're not a bad shot, sir. But a bit of practice would do you good. Practice makes perfect, after all. There's not a lot to do round here, so I practice a lot. And I reckon you can tell. My offer stands. If you want another go, you'll find me round that corner there. I'll wait there, so you don't have to go all...
I fancy some more archery.
Great. Let's get down to it. Same as last time. Now, just tell me what you want to shoot with.
Longbows are for villagers. Gentlemen shoot crossbows.
You're not wrong, sir. But I don't see any crossbow. I reckon that makes you a villager. So get it ready, or take the longbow I gave you. See you soon, my friend.
I fancy some more archery.
Great. Let's get down to it. Same as last time. Now, just tell me...
Long...
Whatever you say.
Take out your positions. Now!
That wasn't too bad. That's 5 points. I'm all thumbs today. What the hell was that? Fuck! I hope it didn't hit your body. Another notch on the quiver. You're not a bad shot, sir. But a bit of practice...
God be with you.
Good. Practice
Keep
makes
the
perfect,
peace,
after all.
and we'll stay
There's
fresh.
not a lot to do round here, so I practice a lot. And I reckon you can tell. My offer stands. If you want another go, you'll find me round that corner there. I'll wait there, so you don't have to go all the way to the gate if you fancy shooting.
It's a good thing you've come. We're all finished here. Now back to Trotsky. Time to get back in the saddle. Get ready to leave, Henry. Lord von Bergov is expecting us.
I've got this pretty pilgrim.
Had a few swigs this early in the day, eh?
Chicken.
Maybe. It's not against the law, is it?
Course not. Swig away, friend.
Excellent! My favorite retainer and protector just when I need him. The mission is fulfilled. It was a good meeting. In fact, we had a nice long chat. Sir Yaromir is a pleasant fellow, and he promised to send some men to help Lord von Bergov, of course. So we got what we came for. What about you? Did you have fun?
I had a great time. I got to know a local girl. What a time we had.
Naturally. I take care of the important stuff while you chase the girls.
I'm only following your example, sir.
You have a point there. But now back to our duties. We return to Lord von Bergov.
I agree.
Yo, this place again. Oh, it makes my blood run cold. But it's good we're back safe. We'll pass on Sir Yaromir's messages to Lord von Bergov, and our work will be done.
Of course. Let's see him at once.
Welcome back, Sir Hans. Henry?
Greetings, sir.
I'm glad you got back safe and sound. Now let's get down to business. Lord Capon, what news do you bring from Sir Yaromir? How many of his men can I count on?
First of all, Sir Yaromir sends his respectful greetings, sir. And he says he will pray for your good health. He was most troubled by the news about the ambush on your company. He promised 2 armored horsemen and 3 infantry bowmen.
Roughly what I expected. Thank you, Lord Capon. The reserves are being assembled, and we'll soon have a strong enough force to deal with that rebel.
When will they arrive?
He said he'd send them tomorrow.
Glad to hear it. I'm sure Sir Yaromir is pleased that the Nebakov banner will be flying above a war party again after so long. Thank you, gentlemen, for this little service. But we haven't been idle either. I have some news you might be interested in. We caught one of those bastards who ambushed us.
What? How?
A stroke of luck, more than anything. He's under lock and key down in the dungeons.
And? Did you get anything out of him, sir?
It turns out he's a tough nut to crack. My men haven't yet got a word out of him.
What about torture, sir?
That is just it. The men are superstitious. They say unclean work fits only for an executioner, and it seems we don't have one here. So they just beat him a little. But the bastard certainly knows how to hold his tongue.
Damn!
I thought you might also be interested in what he knows. He's most likely from the same band that attacked you. I don't know what you think about such superstitions, Lord Capon. But if you want to try and get something out of him, I will not hold you back. Make him tell you where his gang hides out, and I will be in your debt. And if someone in the region is helping them, I want to know who.
That's an offer that's hard to resist, Sir Otto. I've a whole list of questions for that scoundrel, and superstitions mean nothing to me.
All the instruments you need are right there. Make him regret the day he took up arms against us.
I'm surprised how tender-hearted your men are. Especially after what that band did to you and your captain. But I haven't forgotten. We'll get it out of him. The hard way, if need be.
I'm glad to hear it. You have already surprised me once or twice, so I'm interested to see if you can do it again. And if not, I shall just hang the bastard. As a warning to the others. Nevertheless, while we are dealing with nuisances, did you notice anything suspicious on my estate while I was away? Something that might put us on the trail of those scoundrels, say.
I'm afraid I can't help you there, sir. While you were away, I spent my time, hunting. And after that, I was a guest in your cellars.
That's true. And you, Henry?
A strange thing happened. Young Semine rushed off from his own wedding as soon as the ceremony was over. He left his bride there. On their wedding night. The poor girl was devastated.
Interesting. That was around the time your company was attacked, was it not?
You are right. That is truly strange coincidence. Young Olda. I don't like where this is going. But we have to uncover the truth. I hope the answers are waiting for us below. In the dungeon. Now, to more pleasant business. My personal bodyguard, Lord Bartosz, also known as Black Bartosz, came back from Prague with me. An outstanding swordsman, among other things. So if you want to take your mind off things or fancy some training, as my esteemed guest, he will be at your service. You will most likely find him at the sword-fighting arena in the outer fortifications. That is all. Inform me about what you get out of the bandit.
What do you think about it?
Are you talking about the torturing?
What else? Seems to me you were all too willing to do that dirty work.
What was I supposed to do? It was a goodwill gesture. What's more, we finally have a chance to put the screws on someone who at least has some answers. Besides, from what you said, you don't particularly mind dirty work.
I don't have a good feeling about it.
Look at it another way. We're doing von Bergov a favor by doing this. You know what that means, right? He'll be indebted to us. And maybe we'll come to terms with him. It's worth a try.
What'll we do? I mean, we're not going to actually torture someone, are we?
Maybe we won't even have to if he sings. But you heard von Bergov. We can't back out now.
I don't even know how to torture properly.
I don't even know how to torture badly. For things like that, nobles have minions.
Only now the minions are...
Us. True. Come on. Let's get it over with as quickly as we can. Bring people. What have I gotten myself
Don't come back
into?
empty-handed.
Rest assured, sir.
When's the last time you bathed?
At Christmas? Washing more would be a vanity.
Be that as it may,
So,
my nose
it's up to us again.
Is it really possible for a woman to think?
What if the water makes my skin burn? I'd feel bad if I wasn't.
Admirable. I hope you keep it up. But even so, I think you should slow down a bit.
Shit. After you, Henry.
New blood? Did the last two get tired?
We're not Trotsky guards.
I don't give a fuck who you are. I still won't tell you anything.
Lord von Bergov thinks otherwise.
Aye? Then all three of you can go and hold hands on your way to hell.
Ha ha! We've got a joker here. Who are you?
Nobody important.
That's for us to judge, if you wouldn't mind.
And who are you, if you're not guards?
We asked first. So answer nicely, or...
Or we'll use force.
Do as you like, yellow bellies. You'll end up just like von Bergov. On the gallows. Like all traitors. Ah! Fuck off!
This is going nowhere. You know, my friend here is a blacksmith's son. And he knows well what to do with things like these tongues here.
You won't get anything out of me. Bigger men have tried. So take those tongues and shove them up your arse, you horse and traitor!
I'm no traitor.
Everyone who's in league with that bastard von Bergov is a traitor.
Shut your mouth! No filthy bandit and murderer is going to lecture us here. Let's do what we came to do. You can see there's no point in fooling around with him. Now you're going to talk, you fucking louse. Understand?
I'm not saying anything. Do as you will.
Someone must be in charge of everything. I want to know who.
Fuck off!
Your leader. Tell me who he is right now, or you'll be picking your teeth up. Off the floor.
And how can I pick him up if I'm tied up? Don't bother trying to play tough.
Your leader. Who is he? You think you can impress him, do you? By how heroic and tough you are? Well, I've got news for you. You're neither. And you won't be impressing anybody.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Listen to me well. I've got lots of instruments here that can cause you the most excruciating pain.
You're no executioner, fella. You look more like some fop.
Tearing, cutting, ripping. There's much the good Lord attached to our bodies nice and loose and easy to separate. But you can easily avoid all that if you start talking.
Look, I was surprised when I first saw him. Never in my life would I have thought a blacksmith could do such big things. We're led by the blacksmith from Takov. Radovan. What? I'm serious!
No, I know him quite well. He's his own man, sure enough. But a leader of bandits? Nah, not in his nature.
Very droll, that was. Now let's be serious, shall we?
Von Bergov is waiting to see what we tell him. So, if you do the right thing, we can put a word in for you.
I don't want any mercy from von Bergov, or from you two either.
Where's that band of yours hiding? I suppose we'll have to go harder.
Go lightly at first.
Well, you think I don't know that?
Ow!
Oh, I said lightly.
Want to try it yourself?
Huh. I didn't even feel that. Can't you do any better?
I can try.
Oh, fuck! You unwashed horse and cock!
You have a chance to save what's left of your teeth. Where is your camp?
In your mother's cunt! There's room for everyone there!
Enough! You're not going to speak to me that way, you filth! Henry! Show him what you can do with a hammer.
You don't have the balls!
We'll see. Maybe soon you won't have any.
Wait! 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 It doesn't matter anyway. You'll never get there. We made ourselves a nice little nest in Nabokov.
You're lying. I was just there and spoke directly with Lord Nabok.
Looks like our fellas pulled the wool over your eyes.
How did you manage that?
Old Nabok is a gullible fool, like you two. And stupid as he is, he didn't have many men in the fortress. We took it with one finger up our noses.
Just who are you people? I doubt you're just common bandits.
Indeed not. We actually give a shit about the fate of this land. And above all, we don't want it fucked up by sellouts like you!
Bollocks! You're nothing but a band of mercenaries raiding for coin. You're no different than bandits. So don't try to turn your crimes into something noble. I know quite well what you are. And I'll tell you in a language you understand.
Is there a man among you they call Istvan?
I don't remember.
Then let me jog your memory.
Wait! Wait! No! All right! All right! He's with us!
So he's behind it? I could have guessed as much.
Bollocks! He just joined us! I was against it! Some puffed up cock from Hungary, or some other shithole, but his grudge against old Otto convinced a lot of people. And the commander too.
Why were you against him? Talk.
He was just odd. Seemed to me he didn't even want to go into battle. What's the point of a fella like that, right?
Does he have a special sword?
What special sword? Dobradilla.
Henry!
Does he or doesn't he?
I don't know about any fucking sword!
To hell with you. Somebody in the region must be helping you.
I'll tell you no more. Nothing. Go and crawl back to your von Berghoff.
You must tell me. You never figure anything out like this by yourself. Someone is clearly leading you. Who?
Go to hell!
But you will.
Go to hell, for Christ's sake!
Spit it out. Nice and fast. Otherwise, you'll force me to use this thing. And I don't think you'll like it.
If I Kurva!
The name! Say the name!
Olda! Sabine!
The groom! That's why he left his own wedding.
Jesus Christ! And what about the others? Once von Berghoff finds out...
All hell will break loose! But the people from the fortress are innocent! They know nothing!
Gnarly. Agnes. Good lord.
If you tell him, their blood will be on your hands.
Von Berghoff isn't a madman. He'll meet justice out fairly.
My arse!
Why did you ambush us? Over by Rock Tower Pond.
Fuck! That was you! I knew I saw you somewhere before, and I'm sorry it wasn't for the last time.
You slaughtered a party of messengers, you goddamn monsters, my innocent men!
In war, no one is innocent. All of you on von Bergov's side deserve to die.
They were our friends.
You filth!
What? Satisfied now?
You're not worth the effort. I think the interrogation is over.
We'll see what Lord von Berghoff has to say about it.
Go to hell! And von Berghoff too. I pray someone will send you there. Soon.
How do you feel?
Well, I can't say I feel too good about it. But in the end, it wasn't all that horrible. I mean, you had to squeeze him a bit. But I'm glad it didn't go too far.
He told us something, didn't he?
That they're based in Nabakov, and that bastard Ishvan has joined them. But what he came out with in the end about that Samin being an ally, I just can't understand it. Why, for God's sake, has Samin turned against von Berghoff? It's open rebellion.
Do you think the others in the fortress are in on it? Old Semin, Gnarly.
I hope they're innocent. But either way, it looks like a terrible mess.
Now, there's nothing to be done. We must tell von Berghoff what's really going on with Semin.
Don't think he'll be very pleased. Either way, we should go and see him as soon as possible and not drag things out. He's surely already waiting for us impatiently.
Good to see you.
Greetings.
already have a master smithy and laborers, but we need someone who knows how to drum up business.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
It's not that far, and if I put in a good word for him, I'm sure he'll help you out. I'd be truly indebted to you. And if it works out, I'll make it worth your while, of course.
Don't mention it. We're friends, aren't we? And who knows when I'll need something from you.
That's right. What are friends for, after all?
I bring news from the torture chamber.
Excellent. I will send for Burgrave Hashek. I want him to hear it too.
We interrogated that captive, as you ordered, sir.
Then were you able to find out anything useful?
I think you'll find some of it useful, sir.
Speak then.
The bandits have a camp in Nebakov. Somehow they succeeded in occupying the whole fortress.
What? How? Why? You met with Nebak yourself, Lord Capon. Did you not?
As it turns out, they locked Sir Yaramir away, and someone impersonated him quite convincingly. I'm sorry, sir.
Very well. Apology accepted. At least we have found this out now. They'll soon learn what a mistake they've made.
We got confirmation of what I already told you, sir. Older Semine is in league with those bandits. And he left his wedding so he could ambush you.
That madman. I will make him pay for that. And what of his father? And the people in the fortress? Have they been covering for him all this time?
I really don't think so. The Semines don't strike me as being clever enough to plot this together.
On the contrary. Only complete fools would dare stand against me. And those village idiots are just that kind.
The prisoner confirmed that Istvan Toth is with them.
Ah. That man in black armor, yes? I remember you mentioned him.
Precisely. Black armor. As black as his soul.
I understand you don't like him. But he's only one man. I'm more interested in that pack as a whole.
That's all we found out.
I must say, you got quite a lot out of him. Certainly more than your men managed, Hashek.
But sir, they...
In any event, the die has been cast. Hashek, get your men ready. You will go to Semin and deal with that traitor.
He won't escape punishment, sir.
Nebakov will be next in line.
Lord Capon, Henry. We'll meet in the late afternoon by the stables in the upper courtyard. We won't wait for laggards, so be there on time.
I'm sorry.
Should we ride out for Semine?
Wait! We still have to wait for Hashek. We're not going to go there alone. Von Bergov is taking this all a bit too seriously, don't you think?
Are you surprised? He only got out of that ambush alive by a hair's breadth.
Well, so did we. I'm going to go to the stables and wait there for our departure. Come with me if you want.
All right. I'll wait with you.
There you are. Can we get going?
I'm ready.
I'm always ready. As many a wench will tell you.
So mount up and we'll ride out. The rest of the company will join us on the way. We've got a long haul ahead of us, so to hell with unnecessary nonsense. Let's ride.
Easy, good horse. Crone and maiden standing behind the gate. That was in Gable's riddle. Aye. In fact, I'd say I know my way around there pretty well. Why? I hope nothing goes wrong. I don't believe old Semine has joined the bandits. Can I ask you, what actually happened when they ambushed you?
You don't even want to know.
I need to know. They ambushed us as well. We've got a score to settle with them too.
I meant to say, I don't want to talk about.
Well, if you tell me, maybe we'll learn something that will help us.
I suppose you're right. Even if it is an unpleasant memory.
Trust me. I know what you're talking about.
I'll tell it to you like this, boy. I'm an old soldier. I've seen a thing or two. But this was a massacre. They ambushed from hiding. There was a terrible explosion, smoke everywhere. Showered of crossbow bolts, God knows what else.
Smoke?
I don't know what kind of gentleman it was, but all manner of confusion broke out on our hands. They took advantage and spared no one. They killed his lordship's field surgeon, and even a maid servant on the cart. But the worst thing is, they killed young Master Albert, Sir Otto's page. I was fond of that boy.
Sorry to hear that.
He protected Lord von Burgo with his own body like a true knight. Saved him. Paid the price himself.
Not everyone has such metal.
Others would have shit themselves in his place. Only he was the son of a respectable family. And now Lord von Burgo will have to tell his father.
How did you manage to escape?
After the initial chaos, I managed to get a few men together and fight back. We had better armor, gained a bit of advantage.
Just like that?
With so many men? It seemed once they lost the advantage, pride, they wouldn't bring it. Or maybe they were going for von Burgo and his camp. Thought they were dead. Von Burgo, Captain Thomas, Page and Stride were on the ground at that point.
Yeah, there's something to that. What about the prisoner?
We wounded him in the leg, so he was unable to flee with the others. He hid in the woods, but he didn't get far. They left him there. Didn't care about their own peace.
Would you recognize any of them?
Damn right I did. They were masked. But might see some bastard there with a cut-up leg or a scar on his face. It's clear they were in on it, and then there'll be hell to pay his penalty.
An eye for an eye.
A truth for a truth, exactly. And I intend to teach them that nice.
They showed us no mercy at Rock Tower Pond either. One more thing, Burgrave. Their commander. Was he a big man in armor with a mace?
Aye, a mate. And he was damn good with it. That villain is no ordinary bandit, I'll tell you.
So we had the honor of encountering the same band. And did you see another fella there? Black armor, expensive ornate sword.
I don't think so. But if he's with them, we'll get it. Fear not, lad.
There was his captain. Robard was his name. Good man. He said Justice and his mace would catch up with those bastards. I hope he was right.
You bet he was. But it'll be the two of us who...
Open the gates! The Lord Burgoff's emissaries!
It's about time you also let us in.
Welcome, Hashek. To what do I owe this, somewhat late visit, gentlemen?
Such a hearty welcome. Surely you wouldn't be angry at the Burgrave of Trotsky for merely passing by?
Certainly not. Be my guests.
Just passing by, eh? I don't suppose it's lodgings for the night you're after, gents.
You're right about that. You can stuff your lodgings. I'm interested in that youngster of yours. Where's Older? Are you hiding him?
What do you mean, Hashek?
Don't play games with me. We know everything. He helped ambush Lord von Burgo's company. So where is he?
My Older? But that's...
That's a serious accusation, Hashek. Unless you've got evidence, I'd advise you and your old company to ride back to Trotsky on the double. You two, what's the meaning of this?
Let's talk it over calmly. Maybe it's just a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding my arse. Just look at him. He knows very well what this is about.
You should tell us what you know, sir. For your own good.
Come on, spit it out. Where are you hiding him?
I've no idea what you're talking about.
Do I have to turn this place upside down? Stop bullshitting me.
How dare you?
I withdraw my offer of hospitality. Leave, knights. We're finished here.
You're the one who's finished if you don't get your head around what's going on here. In the name of Sir Otto of Burgo, I'm giving you your last chance. Talk!
My God, he may be hot-headed, but he never killed anyone.
Sir, no.
He's my only son, Hashek. I'll tell you where you can find that damned band. But don't take my Older from me.
Where the fuck do you think we are? In some market where you can bargain with me? Your son helped murder my people. And you expect me to let him go? Hand him over, or this place will be reduced to ashes.
Hashek, you can't do that.
Can't? As you think Lord von Burgo can be betrayed by his very own subjects. So, what'll it be, old man? Will you start cooperating? Or would you rather taste my wrath?
You're going too far. Leave your anger aside. We have to keep a cool head.
I'm sure we can sort it out another way. We'll arrest Older and take him before Lord von Burgo at Trotsky.
Lord von Burgo won't waste words with such rabble. You've had plenty of chances to hand him over to us peacefully, and you haven't. Your mistake. Older won't pass through the gate of this fortress alive, nor anyone who stands in my way.
Not like that. I'll put a stop to this.
You think so?
Hashek, for God's sake, stand down.
Enough blather. If you aim to defend them, then you stand against me. I'll kill you all. Every last one of you.
God, protect his lordship.
For Samin, to arms!
You let him on nicely.
No mercy!
There's more of them.
I'm gonna shoot you.
What the fuck? Von Burgo will hang us for this. All of us.
There is no other way.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Christ. Such carnage. Von Burgo did this.
His right hand, Hashek.
Von Burgo didn't want anything like this. We were just supposed to... Fuck!
He was taking revenge for the ambush.
If you'd listened to me, I told you to...
It doesn't matter anymore who told who what, goddammit! That was yesterday's shit! Now it's all new, and we're up to our necks in it!
Von Burgo will be expecting Hashek to return.
Exactly! And when he finds out what happened, He'll raze Samin to the ground.
What are we going to do?
First, I have a few questions for Older here.
All right. But quickly, please.
Who are they? These allies of yours?
Good checks, for the most part. That's all you need to know about them.
They're common murderers. They took the lives of my people, innocent people.
No one who tries to strike bargains with von Berghoff is innocent in our eyes.
Now you've gone too far.
This is a war. All sorts of things can happen. As long as that criminal sits in Trotsky, there will be no peace in this domain.
There's no peace because of that very band of yours. The one you even left your own wedding for.
But we almost had him.
My God. Why do you punish me so?
Why did you join those bandits?
Because von Berghoff is a traitor. A scourge of this land. Isn't that clear?
Your father is his vassal. Didn't it occur to you what would happen when he found out? Besides, a noble siding with such a rabble.
If I'd known, I'd never have consented to such a thing, believe me.
Because your spine is so bent from old age that you can't even stand up tall and straight anymore. Those bandits, as you call them, are the only people in this domain with the courage to stand against injustice, for a righteous cause. But it seems that means nothing to all you here.
Enough. Remember who we owe our lives to. Have a little humility. Since we've lost everything else because of you.
I'd rather live in squalor than in a golden cage as von Berghoff's rat.
Does the name Istvan Toth mean anything to you?
Why do you ask?
Because I have a feeling you must have come across him. And he has something that belongs to me.
Aye, I know the name. He joined us not long ago.
He's a traitor!
Traitor or not, we can use every man who will stand against von Berghoff. But he's a foreigner, and I don't trust foreigners much.
What will we do?
Von Berghoff already knows the outlaws are based in Nebakov, and he's planning a big raid. We can take advantage of that.
If we're lucky, and he believes what Henry and I tell him, hopefully he'll only take out his wrath there.
Meanwhile, we could flee.
And leave them to their fate? Betray my comrades in arms?
Older, look around you, damn it. Was this not enough for you? If he wants, von Berghoff will raise every castle for miles around to the ground.
When does von Berghoff want to attack Nabokov?
Only he knows for now.
And don't even think about warning them. We must disappear immediately.
If we're to save ourselves, we'll have to cover our tracks.
What do you propose?
Well, it might sound mad, but Hashek was planning to burn down the fortress, and we...
I think I know where this is going.
We must do the same.
Are you mad? Burn down our family seat?
Oh, Older. Henry's right. It's the only way. We can't stay here and pretend nothing happened.
Do you have anywhere to go?
Yes, I suppose so.
Be sure to go as far as possible. And you should set off this very night and make sure no one sees you. We'll give you until morning, and then we'll send news to von Berghoff, and then it's in God's hands.
The two of us will go back to Trotsky now, and put on the best charade we can for von Berghoff.
And not a word to anyone about what happened here. Anyone.
If it all works out, and if we ever meet again, I'll repay you.
Let's not delay any longer, Older. God protect us. And you as well.
We should ride back. Report this to von Berghoff.
right decision.
Definitely. You saw the hell Hashek and his men let loose, didn't you?
True. But Bergov won't just let it go. I don't know if we can return to Trotsky at all. Can he notice something? What if we slip up? What then?
We'll have to pretend we didn't want to get involved. And only survived due to luck.
Right. Hashek wanted to handle it himself and leave us behind. So we only just made it out. I don't know if I can do this.
We must. Like always.
My God.
Look what I have for you.
Quick! Go! Nice and slow.